All right, live from Los Angeles. This is a Talk to Me Nice show on Power 106 with Be Nice. I got some legends in here with me today. Paul Rodriguez and Emilio Rivera. How you guys doing, man?
Beautiful, bro.
Yeah, I'm just riding with the Mayan here.
Just yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say. I mean, dude, you guys have worked.
Hey, no nuts to butts, homeboy.
Between
we're not riding side by side.
There you go, side by side. Between both of you guys.
I'm hugging them all the way down the freeway.
Between both of you guys.
The traffic behind us, homie. Hanging on the sissy
Yeah. No, I mean that's kind of the style out here in LA. You know, you want to save gas, so you want to try to use as least amount of vehicles as you can, or motorcycles for that.
Well, we
case.
just do it because we like each other like that.
That's how you get along.
Yeah.
A lot of history between you guys, though. I want to just start by saying, I mean, you guys have been in the game combined for a very long time. I'm not gonna date you guys by saying how many, but
I've been at it a long time, and he has also, and I'm glad to see.
But he's the guy that we saw him first, brother. You know, talking
Yeah.
about the guys that we said, hey, it can be done because he did it. You know.
Yeah, he was kind of like the one that kind of set the blaze.
He crashed the doors down open, bro. He kicked them open, brother.
Yeah, he did.
I got a broken foot, you know.
From kicking so many of the doors open.
Yeah, but I want to thank you for giving us some airtime. I have the privilege of working with Emilio in this independent film that we did, and that's coming out October 11th. I'm sorry for the blatant plug, but I don't have no feria for the TV commercials and billboards, and we want Raza to everybody go out there and see it. You know, it's a little independent movie that we did. I called upon Emilio and Luis Guzman and Danny Trejo and the usual suspects. You know, Felipe Esparza and everybody named Garcia's in this movie. You know, Jeff.
Tony Plana.
Yeah, Jerry, Tony Plana is great. I have Miss Universe, right? Alicia Machado.
Oh yeah.
She's in this, and it's basically Jay Moore. Who,
well, it wouldn't even matter all the names he named right now because the movie is just funny, bro.
It is.
It's funny, bro. It plays itself out by itself. It's so good, you know. So I'm really anxious for everybody to see it, man.
Holy Cash is the name of the movie.
Yeah, of course we're gonna say it's funny, but the trip on this is very, very few independent movies that go to theaters.
Yeah,
you know, they get shot down. So people, AMC has been in the theater business a long time, and they scrutinized this movie. They looked at it and they said, "Yeah, we'll show it." You know, it took me 2 years to put it together. It's been a movie. It's about as close as a man comes to having a child, you know.
Yeah.
And I really have, went through the nights, and I would do a gig and then take that money and put it in the movie. Then I have to stop shooting, and I go out and make some more money, come back and put it in the movie. And my son, who's a famous skateboarder, I ripped him off. I took some money from him.
Shout out P-Rod.
I wanted him to be in it, but he was in China at the time.
Oh, okay.
He was promoting it. He said, Dad, can you? I said, oh, so like a billion Chinese skaters mean more than your dad? And he said, yeah, I guess you do. So he, all I can say is that I'm very proud. It took a long time to put it together. It's been 2 years and 2 months.
So it's safe to say that this movie is like your second child.
It is.
It's
and
your baby.
Paulie, if you're listening right now, you're adopted.
So, Holy Cash, how'd you go about, the name of the movie and also a little bit of background on the movie?
Well, the movie kind of named itself, really. We had so many names for it, but some of those names were taken. At one time I said, I want to call it Beetlejuice. That was taken. I want to
it's perfect. It drops in October, so it would have been perfect, yeah.
I was going to rip them off like Betejol juice. Betejol. Jugo de Betejol.
Jugo de Betejol.
But it was originally gonna be Chicano Madness, all this other stuff. But it really is not a Chicano film. I got Ari Spears and Yvette, the funny lady. She plays a lady who runs a halfway house. And the story's about these two cons, Jay Moore and myself. We cut out of prison, and we know one more strike, and we stay there for life. So we come up with becoming evangelists, and we play it up. We use all the people from the halfway house, to 1 week they're blind, next week they're missing a leg, and we cut to the audience, we cut to people watching them, and it catches on, and we start making a lot of money, and we get revealed that we are phonies, and it has a redemption at the end. But mainly, we went for the jokes. And in the vein, they say that flattery, ripping off somebody's what the imitations of greatest form of flattery. Well, you know, I like all those hood movies. You know, I like Fridays. You know, Ice Cream. It's in that same vein, and with guys like Emilio. Please, Emilio, talk because I talk too much.
No. It's just you know what it was, brothers. You know, they had called me, you know, and I said, well, send me the script, you know, and let me read it, and I couldn't stop laughing, brother, from the beginning to the end. Yeah. And at the end, I mean, I don't want no spoilers, but it's really it's a beautiful ending. And so I told my agent, I want to do this. She goes, well, you know, because my agent's the one that says yes. I mean, I'm the one that's at the end going to say yes or no. She goes, well, you know, they don't have a big, but I go, I want to do this one. So
you just want to be involved.
I want to be involved. And I'm a big fan of Paul Rodriguez, brother. You know what I'm saying? So now I get to work with him on a funny project. I've been watching his funny all these years.
Yeah.
Just do it, and we did it, man. You know.
Is this the first time you guys have worked together?
Actually, we've known each other for a while.
For a long time, we've known. And actually, no, he directed me, and we did a presentation short. About 3 years ago.
In San Antonio?
No, aquí at your house.
Oh, yeah.
He directed me on we never got picked up, but we didn't. He was a great director. But back in the day, you know, he was doing a show called Hardball with John Schneider, and they needed shoulders at the time. I was running the streets at the time, you know, and I got hired, and he was really cool. I mean, even then, he was cool, man. And he was already a big star back then, you know. Yeah. And so, yeah, man, it's just like weird how the universe puts us together at the end, you dig?
Yeah,
it's beautiful, man.
You know, I'm just proud that he decided to, you know, because I was at one time, you know, I was at the top, you know, and every dog has his day. I had my day, and I'm an older guy now, but I know how it is. If somebody doesn't want to do your picture, you simply go, well, talk to my agent. You know, I'd love to do it, or you could say, you know, man, I'd love to do it. My agent won't let me do it. You know, they use the agent as a foil. I know that trick, but none of these.
I do it all the time in radio, man. Like, believe me, I have all these artists hitting me up, and they're like, "Can I come up there? Can you interview me?" I'm like, "I gotta ask my boss." Oh, my boss won't let me. Sorry.
So you know, but none of these guys did that. You know, Danny Trejo, he's a big star now, and he's still humble. He's still a nice guy, and he said, "Yeah, man, he'd work with me." And Luis Guzman, who I met years ago. Yeah. This guy's probably one of the most prominent movie stars.
Yeah, he is.
There is. And, you know, I met him years ago, and he was just firme, as we say. And he's just a great guy. Decided, you know, way below his price, just on a friendship basis. But I have some other surprises there.
I want to talk about Danny Trejo for a little bit because, you know, he came out, obviously. Everybody knows him as Machete.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's played some big roles, but he's also, you know, starred in some smaller roles. But, I mean, he's bigger than just the big screen now. Every day I come to work, I drive by Danny's Trejo's Donuts right there on what is it, Highland or Cahuenga? I think it's Cahuenga.
Well, he's got a big
deal. I mean, he's got the taco place.
Before you eat the donuts, get the tacos.
Yeah, exactly, the taco place. So, I mean, what is it like working with him?
Danny is one of my best friends. Brother.
He's a humble guy.
He's the most. Danny hasn't changed, brother. He has
hasn't
not changed.
changed.
You know, and that's the guy. Every birthday he calls me up, and the first thing I pick up, I say, I have him as Machete. You know, and he'll be Allison, happy birthday. And he sings to me, and he goes,
he's just
happy
a
birthday, Holmes.
He's an intimidating guy. You know, but he's a sweet human being. You know, what I like about these guys is that. Even though they've surpassed me and their fame and their thing, they still treat me the same, you know. And Danny's one of those guys. Not too long ago, I heard that he got to some chingazos, you know. And I remember telling him, I said, look, it was 100 degrees. Somebody throws a water balloon, you thank them. You don't start no fight. There's a water balloon, man. If I'm going down there in a freeway, somebody throws a water balloon at me and it's 100 degrees, I'm going to throw more, you know? Yeah, ice cold ones.
We went to his 80th birthday party not too long ago, a few months ago, and Danny was out there dancing and having a good time.
Having a good time.
He has a young heart, brother.
Yeah,
he deserves all the success he's gotten, as you.
Great man. Yeah. Great man, brother.
And you have to keep that young spirit, you know, if you want to continue to thrive.
I hope that other young filmmakers will take my lead, you know, because this is probably it for me. I'm about to be 70, and you know I'm not going to be chasing this rainbow for too much longer. I'm going to go to my ranch in Fresno and ride horses and grow marijuana. To be honest,
I like it. Well, send some packs this way.
That's it. But you know, look, if you want to do films, you can. I got this idea from Robert Townsend, you know. He did this with his credit cards, you know, and he inspired me, and I hope I inspire other filmmakers. And it goes on, you know. there's no sense in sitting here and accusing Hollywood of not using Latinos. We all know that. You know, we're underused, right? So when Hollywood don't come running to you, you make your own Hollywood. And don't tell me it's not possible because I did it. You know, that's one thing to say that. Robert Townsend did it, and other people have been successful. It's an idea. You know, it's an idea is more powerful than you have a great idea and you have great friends like Emilio.
Yeah,
you're bound to succeed.
How do you feel about the notion that Hollywood always grabs Latinos to kind of play the same parts in every movie, right? Like we've seen Emilio, I've seen you play, you know, a vato a few times in different, you know, different roles.
Probably about 120 times.
Yeah.
But the thing, but I'm gonna be.
What are you saying, eh? No.
Tell him, Paul.
Well, you know,
what kind of shoes you got on, homie?
I used to get that too. I used to say, "Oh, you're making fun of us." Well, who am I going to make fun of?
Yeah.
Chinese people? All I know is raza, right? When I first started doing stand-up, I got a lot of that criticism. But you know what? There are people who critique, and there are people who do. And so you do your thing, you know. Sure. And I'll tell you this: if you think that we'll always be playing this, then you know what? Make your own movie and play a doctor, or play a lawyer, play whatever you think you got to do. Don't tell me it's not possible, because it is possible. Yeah. You know, and Hollywood, it's not Hollywood's job to make us prominent, you know. Mm-hmm. If that really bothers you, do something about it. I learned that from Cheech Marin.
And I say this, brother, you know, like, you know, they say, oh, you're typecast. I go, be lucky you're a type.
Yeah. Exactly.
Be lucky you have a type to be cast.
Because then that'll get you in the door. Yeah. And then show them that you can act.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they start writing different things for you. They say, oh, the guy can actually act, man. Yeah. And they change it up, brother. But just get in the door. Yeah. It's the hardest thing to do is get in the door about them, you know, and be ready.
Emilio, that's a great answer. I wish I would have thought that, because somebody told me that, and I go, what, me typecast? Come on over here. I want you to see this car that typecast me. I want you to see this house that I bought for my parents. That's typecast.
That's Emilio, what was a role that you felt took you to the next level in your career? I mean, Paul, obviously we know for you, but
you know, I gotta tell you, man. You know, I know what role made me not stop working.
Mm-hmm.
I did a movie called Traffic, and it came out even though even though we were not in a lot, everybody wanted to meet people from Traffic, so that got me work all the time. But when I did the Sons of Anarchy crossed me over. Now I was international, and that's what really made it for me, brother. I mean,
different set of eyeballs.
It had everybody's eyeballs now. You dig what I'm saying? So I thank
great writing, great script, and you pull it off, bro.
Thank you, my brother.
Great.
Thank you.
So we were just talking about Danny Trejo real quick, and Paul, this is more geared towards you. But, you know, you just said you just went to his 80th birthday party. Yes. Paul, you're in your 70s now, or almost?
Yeah, man.
Almost.
Eddie, almost.
But even with the guys, you know, some guys being older than you, do people still come to you as an OG and come to you for advice? And do they all, like, come to you for, hey, man, I'm thinking about getting in this role, or what can I do to, you know, get my career to the next level? Do you still get a lot of that?
Yeah, and I take time to tell them the truth. The truth is this. If you really want to do something, there's nothing I could say to stop you. If you really want to do something, there's nothing I can say that will help you. It's ganas, you know what I mean? You will have to do something. I have people come up to me, I'm sure you do too. Hey man, I want to be an actor, you know. But they don't understand. They're looking, you and me, they're looking at the apex of a long product. many years of getting rejected, right? You have to handle that. You go into that reading for somebody and they go, thank you. You walk out of there and, you know, you go, oh, man, you know, you start doubting yourself. But you have to believe that one of these days they're going to say yes. And then you're going to be able to show them something. So the best advice I could give you in not just acting, in anything, is dogged persistence. Believe that you were meant to do this. Acting is not something that you do on the side, or it's not a side gig. She's not your side chick. Mm-hmm. She has to be your main ruca. Because if you don't want it that bad, you're in the wrong business, because this is a business of ups and downs. You're going to be famous. And even after you get success, you'll have people that say, I didn't like you in that. I didn't believe you in that. Oh, yeah, well, look, I'll tell you a story that I just remember a lot. I got a part with Clint Eastwood, and it was a big part with Clint Eastwood in a movie. And the writer from the newspaper, defunct now, thank God, in San Diego, wrote, what a role was wasted. Why couldn't this role be given to so-and-so and so-and-so, you know? And I got so upset that I actually went to San Diego and I told the guy, I said, look, honestly, who are you? And if Clint Eastwood comes up to you and says, I want you to co-star with me, can you tell me with a straight face you would have said, no, this part belongs to Andy Garcia. This part belongs to somebody else. Of course I said yes. Even if I was lousy in your opinion, I had a chance to work with Clint Eastwood. I was able to, do something for my family with it. So you know what? You don't know what you're writing about.
Yeah, no, I mean that makes perfect sense, and I think that just being persistent and
everybody has a different journey, brother. You dig what I'm saying? And people will say the same.
In your field, I'm sure. I mean, a lot of people tell you, hey, how do I do that? Hey, it's not like you just walked into this building and somebody gave you a microphone. No,
exactly.
You have to start wherever you started. Hey, do you want to clean? Do you want to whatever it is, man, to get a shot?
And I saw, and this also kind of like you said for acting, it's kind of have to be your main chick because you always have to continue to work, and you always stuff's changing every day, so you got to continue to adapt and just
know
get
that
better, of course.
Know that there are people that never will get that shot, who deserve it.
And don't do it because you think you want to be rich and famous, because more than likely that's not going to happen, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do it because you love it, because you need to do it.
Yeah.
And if it comes, it comes, Vato. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't,
you're
you're doing
fun,
something
though,
that makes you
but
happy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it makes you feel good.
And it wasn't a good experience at the end of the day.
Exactly.
I try to be a pimp every day, and I tell my girls, I said, look, I'm not doing this because I want to, because I have to. Now hit that street, girl, bring me that 20. I mean, you can use it.
Holy cash.
You can holy cash.
That's actually the perfect segue to this. Growing up in LA, guys, let's talk about just your upbringing in LA, and this is more geared for my listeners that are out there, right? That grew up in the inner cities like we did, and just thinking that they can't be sitting in the chairs that we're in or in the rooms that we're in now, right? What advice do you have for just the regular Angelino out there that it just thinks that they're gonna have to go work a regular 9 to 5? And
the simplest answer to that is, if you don't try, if you just sit and don't if you have this, my biggest fear was to be an old man in a rocking chair telling my grandchildren, I could have been a comedian. I've always been funny, but I just never went to the Comedy Store and got on stage. I could have done. Look, try it. Whatever. It doesn't have to be comedy. It could be a small business, clothing, or you're talented. God gave you a talent. Pursue that. It doesn't have to be show business. It could be anything. And if you really, really try at it, look, at least you will be doing something that you love to do, even if you're not successful in other people's eyes. But, success has been you don't have to be famous to be successful. Yeah. The great story, the guy from King Taco, right? That vato started in his kitchen making these tacos. Everybody said, man, you make great tacos. And then he got a little carretita, and now look at him. He's franchised because he is doing something that, hey, it brought happiness and fulfillment to him. And now he made big bucks. Look, money is a byproduct of doing something very, very well. So find something that you do very, very well. The money will come.
And Colonel, I was a mechanical engineer. I'm from the Calles, but I was an ex-Dolphin, but I was a functional Dolphin, and I was a mechanical engineer for Hostess Cakes, the zingers and ding-dongs and all that stuff. But the thing was, when I started doing theater and stand-up comedy, I said, and I was making a good living, I said, if I could make half the money doing comedy or TV, I would quit my job.
Yeah.
It worked out better than I thought it would, but I would have done that. That's how much when I found my passion, my true passion. It's not even about the money no more. The money, if it comes, it comes. And if it comes, beautiful. If it
I think you hit it on the head. Passion. Have passion for whatever you do.
But chingo, you got to go all in.
Yeah.
Brother. You got to go all in.
And there's a lot of those that will have passion for a day or an hour or a week or a month. No, that's not going to get it. Yeah. You have passion for the rest of your life in something. That's what it is.
And when the first time you get a laugh, it feels good.
It feels great.
That was my new rush, because I was already clean and sober, and that was like, oh shit, I need to get this rush again, and that's what I did, homie. And now I needed it. You know what I'm saying? And you're always working on it, So.
And I'm sure in the streets you also learned a lot, that helped you in your career,
Or
the
streets.
Well, he knows how to chingazos, that's for sure. That comes in handy. And Nobody's gonna walk up to me.
No pun intended.
You ain't funny. I think you're funny. Is that funny?
2 more questions real quick before you guys get out of here. Paul, I got to ask you about Born in East LA, man, because I remember just, sitting in the living room with my parents growing up, and that, it's a cult classic, for sure.
A meme.
Yeah.
I've been in, this is my 52nd film.
Wow.
Nobody remembers. They remember Born in East LA.
Yeah.
And I've been in some pretty good ones that I think should be, but Born in East LA has become kind of like you're not really Chicano unless you've seen Born in East LA or you've heard Cheech Marin sing Mexican American.
Yeah, don't like to wake up early.
He's my hero. People say I was the first stand-up, but in reality, I grew up listening to Cheech, And even to this day, when I'm around him, I go, I can't believe I grew up to be his friend. I mean, I actually have his number in my phone book. I get excited about stuff like that.
That's a trip, though, right?
And I hope I never lose it.
That's good, man.
Nah, man, that's great. And then last one, we're from LA, so the Dodgers postseason starting. I have to ask about the Dodgers before you guys get out of here. They're in the playoffs. How far do you think the Dodgers go this year? You think we can finally win that World Series?
Go all the way, Cardinal.
I mean, I know we won it in 2020.
But with Showtime, we got Showtime right now.
Showtime, yeah.
And you know what? Just as long as everybody say,
I don't do no more Asian jokes. I love the people from Japan. God bless. I'm sorry what we did in Hiroshima, but
say a little prayer for Mr. Fernando Venezuela. He's a friend of mine.
Oh yeah, Fernando.
I heard he's a little sick right now.
El Toro, man, I love him. We're friends also.
He's one of my golf buddies on Mondays, and he's
what a nice guy.
No, he's come to my golf tournaments. He's one of the most
soft-spoken.
I love that man. So let's just say a little prayer for Fernando. I know I read that he was in the hospital.
I read that too. We're gonna send our good wishes to Fernando. You know what he did for. I mean,
for La Raza, Carnal. Come
for
on,
La Raza,
bro.
the smartest thing that the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers kind of treated him shabby, but I think they're trying to make it up to him. You know, but in all reality, Fernando Valenzuela, man, he blew his arm out for us. You know. And he brought pride to us.
A lot of pride
in
brother.
the world.
Yes, sir.
Worldwide.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Holy Cash is the name of the movie. In theaters October 11th. Paul Rodriguez, Emilio Rivera, thank you for joining me
Please
today.
go watch it. I guarantee you,
Yeah.
brother, you're going to laugh, man. It's really good.
It's a good movie, and I'm going to go watch it as well. As soon as it hits theaters, I'll be there.
I'll
be in theaters supporting you guys.
And remember the first week, brother. The first week
That's
is very
the important
important.
one.
Very important.
We
You
got
gotta-
first week numbers.
Yeah,
Look, don't wait till it comes out on a disc at Norwalk, at the swap meet at
swap meet.
Norwalk.
No.
I gotta admit that's where I got my movies, but don't do as I did.
First
Don't
week,
get it
very
from the bootlegger
important.
in downtown
Once
either.
you know, you ever seen a movie and all of a sudden somebody stands up?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. go take your Theos, your Tias,
Yeah.
your
Support each other.
Jefitas, you know what I'm saying, your
Santas,
Jefe,
everybody,
you know what I'm saying, your side chick, whoever you want
That's
to take,
it.
take them all, man.
And it's not a raza movie per se. You know,
No, it's for everybody.
It's
It's
for
for
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, the cast says it, like you said. You got Ari Spears in there as well. Luis Guzman, Danny Trejo, of course. Jay Moore. So, definitely a good movie to go watch. Holy Cash in theaters October 11th. Paul Rodriguez.
and I know it's going to succeed because America loves an underdog. And let me tell you, this movie is so under. It's a burros. You know,
great one.
It should be a prairie dog. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you for being here with
Thank
me
you.
today.
Thank you, bro.
This is the Talk to Me Nice show on Power 106 with Be Nice. Signing off. Thank you.